Hi, my name is Kira Wasserbach. I'm the owner of Looking Glass Events. We are an event coordination company that plans personal events like birthday parties and weddings, as well as business events such as meetings, conferences. Um, right now, this is my first video, but I wanted to talk to the brides because it's January. I know you're starting to book all your vendors. You're looking for venues if you haven't found one already. And this is really the season where I start seeing a lot of people looking for a wedding coordinator. The biggest question that brides have, and I think that this kind of scares them when they want to call a wedding coordinator, is not being sure exactly what our services are and how they fit into your needs. So I just wanted to go over that and put everyone at ease a little bit. Um, the main thing to remember is that you do not need to know what you're looking for when you call your wedding coordinator. Um, your wedding coordinator should have either a free or a very low cost consultation that will go over the services that you're looking for and recommend a package for you. So you can just, tell us what it is that you want, and we'll recommend what package is going to best fit your needs. And no one's going to try to sell you full service when you need a day of coordinator. Not an ethical person anyway. What you want to remember is that there are packages, there are also a la carte services available. So if you don't fit directly into a package, you're not losing services. You can only add to that package. So let me go over the basic packages that every wedding coordinator offers. First, you have your venue selection package, and that is designed for the bride who is just really looking to start with finding their venue. This package can turn into, and a lot of times does turn into, a larger package because you can add on to it or upgrade from there. But it's a great way to start. My venue selection package starts at about $500, and what it includes is research on the type of venue you want and 3 visits to 3 different venues that fit within your theme, your budget, and basically just your needs for that day. The more you know about what you want for your wedding, the easier it is to pick a venue. There are venues that have certain rules that just aren't going to coordinate with what you want to do. There are also venues that have a lack of structure that may not work with the type of timeline that you're looking at. So knowing, having a general idea of what you want to do will really help you choose a venue. And then everything kind of falls into place from there as far as choosing the path that you're going to go. So it's very helpful to have a wedding coordinator assist you with finding that perfect venue. We're able to show you 3 different types or 4 different types, whatever the package would normally include, of venues that work with your theme and your budget. And there are lots of places that have, a specific menu that may be affordable, but their site fee is too high. Or maybe their all-inclusive package just doesn't fit into your budget. It's very important to have an expert on hand that is familiar with the venues in your area or has done the research and looked at the contracts to know what to look for. So the wedding coordinator themselves do not have to be local. It's a common misconception that you're better off hiring someone who's local. It's great if you can find someone in your area. If your area doesn't have someone that you're happy with, feel free to branch out. Most wedding coordinators will travel or offer some kind of long distance package. And the research, that they know the right questions to ask the venue to find out if it's the right fit for you. And they will come and see the site with you. That is one major deal, is you want your wedding coordinator to come to the site and look at it with you. So if they're not offering that, you want to find someone else. The next package that almost every wedding coordinator offers is the day of coordination package. This is a great package for someone doing a backyard wedding or a wedding at a state park, or a venue that doesn't have an on-site coordinator. It's also a great package for weddings that do have an on-site coordinator because we do different things. What your day of package is going to normally include is the basically taking the pressure off of the couple for the day of the wedding. And that really extends throughout the week of the wedding as well. We're going to be fielding phone calls, talking to vendors, making sure we know which time they're arriving, what time everything's happening, and we're going to create a custom timeline for your event with your needs for every single vendor and for the venue. So it's going to make it really easy for them to know when everything is happening. They don't have to keep asking you questions. They're going to ask us the questions. And then we're going to make sure that that timeline is executed. We're also there to help you with the rehearsal the day before. And we're there the morning of the wedding. So we're getting up at the crack of dawn, just like everyone involved in the wedding. And we're making sure that you have your makeup artist appointment on time. We're making sure that your hair is done on time. We're making sure that your limo shows up with enough time to get you to your ceremony site or to your reception site, and that there's plenty of time in between to take photographs, and that your photographer is being conscious of your guests. And that everything is just running on schedule. At the venue itself, during the ceremony, we're going to make sure that we're there to guide you along, to make sure that you're ready, that you're going down the aisle at the right moment, that your musicians are, they've got their cues, that they're going to know exactly when you're going to start to walk. And at the reception, which is where, you really think you need the most, we're just going to make sure that everything runs smoothly and on schedule. And then when the reception is over, we're going to make sure that every rental item is cataloged so that you don't get charged a fee from the rental company. Or if you are charged a fee, you know exactly why. You'll know the day of that you had, through email, obviously. We're not going to bug you in the middle of your dance. But you'll know right afterward that there was a wine stain on table number 13 and it was caused by cousin Mildred, and you might get charged a fee from the rental company. So you're not just going to receive an invoice a month later, wondering why that happened. And you're going to know that, cousin Tony took off with one of the glasses from the venue and that one of the glasses is missing. So if the venue charges you $10 for that glass, you're going to know why, and you're going to know where it happened. So that's an important part of the day of coordination that people sometimes don't really know about, is making sure that all the items are accounted for. And your cards are locked up in the office. Nobody's going to steal them. Your decorations are ready to pick up the next day. In addition to that, your day of coordinator is just basically there to be your personal assistant. So that's your day of coordination package. Your full coordination. Now you can actually break this down. Some wedding coordination companies jump right from the day of to the full coordination package. There's also a midway package, which is your pre-planning package. So let's say you don't want someone there the day of. You don't need it. You've got, a cousin who was a wedding planner for years, and she's going to take care of everything the day of and make sure everything's running smoothly. You just need someone for the months leading up to the wedding. That is going to be, somewhere in between your day of services and your full coordination package as far as cost goes. And it's really helpful because it includes services such as budget consultation. We'll look over your budget. We're going to make sure that your budget flows and that it's acceptable, that it's going to give you everything that you want. And we're going to recommend how much to spend on each category of your budget. So we're going to tell you, okay, you should really be spending this and only this on flowers. If you go above this, you're going to have to take from somewhere else. And that's a useful tool, especially for brides who are looking at a budget wedding, which a lot of us are these days. So it's really important, if you're trying to stick to a budget, to have some kind of wedding coordinator. And they could be strictly for your budget, or they could be your pre-wedding coordinator fully. So another service that is offered with pre-wedding coordination is your contract review. Every vendor is going to have a contract. You really want someone to look over those contracts and make sure that they're giving you everything that you want. That's not necessarily always the vendors trying not to give you what you want. What it could mean is that there was some kind of miscommunication between you and the vendor, or that you didn't sit down long enough and really think about what you wanted. You want to make sure that you understand that contract is giving you everything that you want, and that the fees are acceptable to your budget and that they fit together. You also want to make sure that the payment schedule helps you. So let's say your vendor requires a deposit and then they want to be paid the week before. That's a very typical payment arrangement. But maybe it would be better for you to split those payments up a little bit more. We can negotiate that right into your contract so you know exactly when everything is due and how it's going to work. So those are your pre-coordination services. It also includes your design plan, your decoration consultations. It helps you, we can help you find your dress or help your bridesmaids find their dresses. Pre-coordination is a huge, huge deal, and it is really, really useful. It also helps catalog any of your RSVPs that haven't responded, because we all do that. We all miss that deadline once in a while. So we're going to call them. We're going to see what's the deal. Are they coming? Are they not coming? You don't have to worry about it. We're going to help you go over your guest list with your family and say, okay, cousin Tony and cousin Mildred, they just can't sit together. So we're going to put them here while not insulting either one of them. So there's a lot of recommendations that can come with that. That is your pre-coordination. You combine that with your day of coordination and you've got your full coordination package. Now, these are definitely the more costly packages, but they're also the best value because you're getting everything, and you're privy to discounts that other people aren't privy to. You're given a full service coordinator. You can call them anytime, day or night. They're there for your wedding, and they're really there. I mean, I have seen full service coordinators go so above and beyond for their clients. It really is a great value package for you. And it's always best, I think, if you're considering the full service package, lock it in early on. So let's say you're 6 months to 12 months away from the wedding, and you say, all right, well, I just want the day of, but I'll upgrade to the full service if I need it. Or I want the day of coordination, but I might need to add budget or venue selection or decorative services. By the time you finish adding on all those services, you are going to end up spending more than you would have if you just booked the full service package from the beginning. So find out what your full service package quote is at the beginning. Go ahead and lock it in. If it's $5,000, take it. It's good. You're going to get all sorts of budget advantages that you would not have gotten if you hadn't hired someone, and you're going to have them throughout the whole process. So go ahead and lock in that price before you lock in a day of coordinator and then ask them to do 10 other things that aren't related to their services. You're going to end up receiving an invoice for a lot more than you would have if you had just locked in that discounted price from the beginning. So that's my main recommendation when working with a wedding coordinator, is go ahead and lock in the package that you want. If you don't end up using it all, you might be privy to a discount at the end. but you're never going to lock in a smaller package than you need and upgrade from there and get a better price. But your wedding coordinator really should cover this at the consultation. You should know right off the bat what you're getting, what you need, and why you need it. And that's something that we're very skilled at picking out. If you're telling me that your main concern is the day of, but then you're segueing off into a lot of other different questions, I know right off the bat you're going to need more help than the day of. And I'm just going to politely tell you, here's what I can do for you. I have a couple clients who are really good at self-planning, but they're busy or they have questions that they haven't faced in the past. And, you know, I'm able to offer them kind of a partial full service package. So really just it customizes with each consultation. So in order to avoid babbling, and I hope I answered some questions today, I'm going to wrap it up here, but I'm going to go over some highlights, just the 3 different types of packages that you can receive. Mainly are your venue selection, your day of coordination, and your full coordination. Some wedding planners might offer a partial coordination package, which is called the pre-coordination package, and that covers everything up until the wedding and not your day of. Another thing you want to remember, always go for the packages rather than adding on services afterward if you're able to. And make sure you get that consultation in right away so that you know exactly what you need. Don't be afraid to get that consultation. Your coordinator is going to be able to pick out what you need and make a recommendation for you off the bat. Thank you for watching my very first video, and I hope to talk to you soon. If you have any questions about my services, please visit me at www.lgweddingsandevents.com. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel for more fun tips and videos. Thank you.